Ladies and gents, could you put your hands together for Jim Monaghan and San Fran and the Siscos? Thank you very much.
He said, you can tell a lot about a person for how to describe a film. Whether they attribute it to the actor or the director. Whether the Searchers is a John Wayne movie or a John Ford movie. He said, culture is merely a scorecard and an ongoing battle between those who are creative and those who are reactive. He offered no evidence for this, just a wry smile that suggested he was smugly happy that one was an anagram of the other. He said, anyone who likes heavy metal or Lord of the Rings should be dragged off to a reprogramming camp and force-fed Mark Twain, Muriel Spark and Jacques Brel. So I killed him. He was only 25, and I promise to never be like that again. Thank you. That's a poem called Young People Are Dicks. I Know I Used to Be One. I'm Jim Monaghan. We're going to do some poems and songs today with Francis Lopez from San Fran and the Siscos. I've got a new collection of poetry out, and we've been touring the country, haven't we? We've been fucking everywhere. We've been in Blair Gowrie and Monty Ive. That's where we've been. Yeah. And it's been a hell of a tour. It's been exhausting. It's taken us, where we in Blair Gowrie 2.5 weeks ago. And we've made it all the way here, you know, through all that hard life of on the road, you know. So that poem was about when I was young, or young people. This is about growing up. It's a sort of list poem and aging, of me aging. And I wrote this poem for a guy called Matt McGee, who's a singer with a band called the Gyro Babies, and a great guy. And I wrote it for his birthday party 7 years ago. So you can work out my age from this poem. And it was my birthday yesterday, by the way. This is my birthday weekend. And no singing. No singing. I've had a lot of birthdays. I've heard that song too many times. But as I say, I wrote it for Matt's birthday party, but being a poet, I wrote it about me, not him. It's called What I Got for My Birthdays. Age 6, Main Street, Crooked Home. Me and my mum on the bus to Cumnock. And we went to the kiosk cafe for cheeseburgers and milk. And I got a Joe 90 doll. He was made of spongy, foamy rubber that I chewed and chewed and chewed all the way through to his 1960s skeleton. Metal spikes. Age 12. Chapel Lane, Galston. My dad said I was to get nothing because we'd went the week before to the children's panel. Not the only time. But I got Sladist by Slade, and it was made of anthems, all stomping and chanting and strumming, and that kept me going until punk. Aged 18, Gateside Road, Galston. I just got back from holiday that morning when we went, me and Gal, to a party in New Mills. And I got Susan Turner and a kicking for her boyfriend. And she was made of smiles and eyes, all shiny and clever and beautiful. And I was in love for a while. Age 25, Dungavel Road, Kilmarnock. Me and Mary were no long married when we went to Millport. Bed and breakfast, chips and bingo, and we got a baby on the way. And he was made of caring, sharing, tolerance, respect, and that present I got to keep forever. Age 40, Lamlash Bay, Arran. They came from far and wide. It was actually mainly Stuart and Falkirk, but far enough. And we went to the beach with champagne and cake. And I got all my friends together in one place at one time. And that was made of Paul and Geraldine, Liam and Billy, Melanie and Molly. The kind of present you don't use all the time. You put it away, but it's there when you need it. Age 48, George McTurt Court, Cumnock. Woke up creaking. Not one single fucking present or card. So I went to my mum's for cheeseburgers and milk. And I got over 120 happy birthday messages on Facebook. And they were made of digital code and binary signal. And later that night, buoyed by my new hospitality, I had an Asda meal for one.
Wicked thoughts of happiness to keep at bay. Nights spent on knees just stating my case. Decent times seem a long way away. Someone up there, it's like the look of my face. Working class houses and a working class day. The streets that steal teenage dreams away. Echoes of thoughts and deeds of descendants whose narrow shoes they think they fill. Listen to the laugh at the end of the day. At least for now, I think that's what they're saying. It's a treasure to remember, but one you can't keep. A picture never lies, it's the last of a breed. What's it like when you're chalking up the score? What's it like when you're the one on the floor? That's another one down and one less to keep. 'Cause that's the past consigned to the deep. Listen to the laugh at the end of the day. At least for now, I think that's what they're saying. It's a treasure to remember, but one you can't keep. A picture never lies, it's the last of a breed. Listen to the laugh at the end of the day. Oh, at least for now, I think that's what they're saying. Oh, it's a treasure to remember, but one you can't keep. A picture never lies, it's the last of a breed. It's the last of a breed. Thank you.
This next poem's a bit of a tribute poem. Poets are absolutely nothing without the poets that went before them. And there are a lot of people, young people now, get involved in poetry. It's a bit kind of growing kind of fad at the moment, spoken word thing. And I always think, I have a little bugbear that not enough of them read poets and read poetry and catch up on the poetry that went before you. This is a tribute to a man and a specific poem. Some of you might recognise it. It's a guy called Adrian Mitchell, who died about 10 years ago now. A fantastic poet, one of my favourite poets, and they had a specific poem called To Whom It May Concern, which was about the media coverage about the war in Vietnam. It's a tremendous poem. Go look it up. If you don't know the poem, go look it up, Google it. There's a YouTube of him doing it live at the Albert Hall. It's fucking fantastic. But this is my little tribute to it. It's not a copy of the poem or anything like that. If you know the poem, you'll spot the tribute, but if you don't know the poem, As I said, Google it, it's worth it. This is called Lies About Iraq. Frack my beach up, pulverise the seascape, trigger little earthquakes, pummel coral reef in taste submission, drain the sea with overfishing, then tell me lies about Iraq. Fill my land up with batteries and little jars of chicken paste and nappies soaked in human waste and carcasses of stranded whales and loaves and milk we couldn't sell, and tell me lies about Iraq. Pump the cattle up so that steroid-laden super meat is all that you will ever eat, and burn the farms with pesticides and devastate the beehives, and tell me lies about Iraq. Cast me open, dig a massive bloody hole to get to tiny bits of coal, to burn in ugly power stations, sending acid rain to other nations, and tell me lies about Iraq. Cut my trees down so in every pampered British town people weigh their knickers down, can wipe their arse with fluffy quilts and point to furniture they self-built, and tell me lies about Iraq. Tell me lies. Tell me more lies. Tell me lies about single parents. Tell me lies about benefit claimants. Tell me scousers will steal my car. Tell me human rights have gone too far. Then tell me I'm facing imminent attack from those weapons of mass destruction that never existed anywhere, ever, in Iraq.